I play a special agent in charge for the Federal Bureau of Investigation. And we, in the pilot, obviously, bad things happen. The Capitol building does blow up, and the designated survivor does have to take that real step to be sworn in and, sort of lead this country out of this disaster. Somebody who, was maybe 11th, 12th, 13th in line of succession, who is not prepped or primed or at all ready for this position. So the country is thrown into a chaos that we've never known. And really, if, this is the worst thing that could happen to our country, and it does happen in the pilot. And so, on Kiefer's side of the show, he's dealing with stepping into this position that he had no idea was ever going to happen for him. And then on my side, we at the Bureau, this is our job. This is something we were supposed to stop. This is not something that was supposed to happen on our clock. And so the Bureau is thrown into this, tailspin. And no one has any idea how they were able to pull this off. So it starts an investigation that is the mother of all investigations. She's tough, but it's more of a quiet confidence that she has. She doesn't yell at people. She's not angry. She's not she's not strangling them to get information. She's intelligent, and she's calculated, and she has experience. And I think quiet confidence only comes with having experience. She's not a junior sort of excited agent. She knows her stuff, so she's respected. But she also is goes out on a limb quite a bit and is shut down just as often. So I'm enjoying her because she is playing really two sides that are incredibly difficult for her. She's got a job to do, but she's also got a personal loss to deal with. So she has to find that happy medium because she has to. She cannot let her personal feelings interfere with the job that has to be done. And because this is such a serious crime, her focus has to be on work. So it's very painful for her. We actually have consultants on the show who we deal with, who come in from DC sort of every couple weeks, who are incredibly helpful. So I was able to get my foundations in the Bureau from these people, my own research, and then next month I'll be actually going and spending a couple days there in DC with them in the day-to-day and the work, and really familiarizing myself with their day-to-day operations, and also how they mix with the politics of it all and who they are in touch with on a daily basis in Washington, because this is really her world. The script was excellent from the get. I read it. I had my doubts about being on a big network show again, and I was afraid, because I know what it takes, and I know it's a massive commitment. It becomes your marriage, really. The thing that really put me over the edge was David's enthusiasm, his purity, his vision, his passion for a show. He wrote this show for fun. He wrote it because he wanted to prove to himself that he could do it. He didn't do it because someone paid him to. He didn't do it because he's just successful and he's got to make another show. He's never made a TV show. So he just said, you know what, this is my favorite genre and I want to do this. I'm going to prove to myself that I can, make this happen. And he did. And he's just one of those guys that keeps sort of surprising himself and keeps climbing that mountain, and then the next, and then the next. And I really respect that. And I don't care what anyone says about Hollywood. At the end of the day, you want to work with good people who are good people. And I knew he was one of them. Kiefer. I think Kiefer is going to bring them in. I think his return to television is very exciting. And I think that Kiefer doesn't really make decisions on the fly. I think that for him to actually make a commitment this big and come back to a show like this on a network a whole season, I'm sure he has the 24 flashback of how hard he worked, and it is a long haul, but I've spoken to him about it, and he's a great leader in this show, because he truly believes in this concept and he loves these characters, and he's very excited about this show. So I think that he will be the biggest draw. And then I think once we've reeled them in with the Kieferness of it all, I think that people are really going to fall in love with all of these characters, but most especially the conspiracy and how David has brilliantly sort of webbed all these people together, and where we're going with the conspiracy is it's really mind-blowing.